right, welcome back to another episode of the CarterCast. I'm your host, Carter Bond. On today's show, it's the four-man crew. It's me, it's Grant, it's Dylan, it's Connor. We start off taking a little victory lap for our Zach Wilson, Taysom Hill, anytime parlay, plus 4840, 48.4 to 1 odds on it. Pretty awesome. It's a great show. We do, the same old run through the top college football games, preview those a little bit, give our picks, give a podcast parlay. NFL, we run through every game, preview that, preview the line, preview the total, and then also give our favorite picks and an NFL parlay. It's a great show, and just wanted to say thank you so much for blowing up that Mark Madsen clip from our previous episode last week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on YouTube, cartercast.com, TikTok. Should be everywhere by now. Doing about 150K views on a couple of those clips. So pretty awesome to see. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. All right, we're back. Let's take a victory lap for us. A little victory lap. If you tailed the podcast, I think our straight up plays last week were insane. Not even that. We hit the NFL parlay. We barely missed the college football parlay. Won't mention that. Won't mention who did that, Dylan. Won't mention it.
What?
I told you I wouldn't mention it. And then the Mormon moneyline parlay hit. Taysom Hill anytime touchdown. Zach Wilson anytime touchdown parlay together. Plus 4840. We did it. We did it. We're positive like 70 units on the year now.
I was about to say, we're good for like the next couple months. We can do whatever we want to.
Yeah. All our parlays can lose, and we're good for the year. We're done. We did our work for the year.
We did it.
For real though, victory lap for you, Car. That was an impressive parlay. Like I don't know if I've even hit anything close to that. I think I've hit in like the probably like plus 300-400 range a couple times, but in the thousands, and we're talking plus 40, what 4,850 or 40, right? That's insane. That's insane, bro.
The thing is, like, we were all like, oh, if Zach Wilson just like gets a QB sneak, then he'll get it and whatever. He catches a touchdown. Like, what are the odds of that? They don't run that play probably twice a year.
I'm telling you.
I thought no way it was happening after the injury too. Remember I said that specifically. I was like, I just don't see how he's gonna like have any like there's no way he's gonna have a receiving touchdown after coming off of injury, and that's literally what
wide open. Wide open.
Did anybody see the Zach Wilson one live?
Yes,
No.
yes.
I was driving home from work.
I put my own. I had to move the monitor out of the office. I put a Sunday ticket on its own TV. It deserved it. I was freaking out. I was on probably the biggest heater of my life on Sunday. I was hitting anytime touchdown. Everything was just going my way. The Jets money line, Jets plus 3, Jets Steelers over.
Jahan
Dotson first touchdown hit. Unbelievable Sunday.
I feel like every 5 minutes I was getting a text from Carter with like the money back emoji. It's like, oh, just hit touchdown.
And LSG
play after play.
Yeah.
That's good, boys. We're taking down Vegas.
Yeah, we're taking them down.
Exactly.
We're taking them down.
Well, we can take them down.
4,840 plus odds parlay at a time, boys. That's all we got to do.
We won that money. Now we can waste it all on like soccer and all those winning parlays.
Screw you, PSG.
I might be a soccer guy now. I've been having a lot of fun with that. Other than the own goal, the own goal stinks. That shouldn't count.
Oh.
And what's up with them taking away a red card? By the way, is that a thing? You can get a red card and then take it away?
Yeah, VAR.
Okay.
Yeah, VAR, dude. That's all I hear. Everyone that bets soccer, dude, all they do is like complain about VAR. That's all
I kind of wish they would just like rename VAR to Karen.
Yep. More people would understand it. Like more Americans
exactly.
Would be like, oh, okay.
Like the MLS is like, all right, they're gonna go check Karen now, and everyone would be like,
Like, oh man, yeah, because VAR doesn't do it, man. VAR doesn't do it. Most people that aren't soccer fans have no idea what that is.
Oh man. All right, should we just get into college football?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Anything else real quick before we start?
I got the victory lap out of the way. That was exhilarating, by the way.
I do. I have another victory, two victory laps to do too. All of y'all were on the Rams.
Yeah, we were.
Oh yeah, you do have a victory lap to take, Carter. You son of a gun.
True.
That was dumb. I felt bad after that one.
Vegas got destroyed on Sunday. So maybe that's why we won a bunch of money, because Vegas got destroyed.
That's for sure what it is.
Maybe.
That's for sure what it is.
And then Monday.
Bro, I'll take a small one too, though, Carter, real quick. is I went back, if you guys watched the last video, and I was like I can't stop myself from looking at this Michigan play and saying this is not going to hit. And I mentioned it, and I was like, I'll put double on it for Dylan, and I did as such. So we balled out, Dylan. I know you didn't play. I'm not sure if you played it with me.
Maybe I played it.
I had it.
Okay,
I had the middle, so it was like I ended up losing $1 or whatever. But the world's biggest Michigan fan right here, Michigan fan. I've got a preview Michigan play for you later in this podcast.
I do as well. I'm going to tease that as well. So
anyhow,
under.
Why would you assume Dylan's going to play an under, Carter?
83% of the money were on the Rams. Vegas was getting their money back on Monday night. Also, the Rams kind of stink. But anyhow, all right, let's do college football. We were talking about before we started. Tennessee at LSU in Baton Rouge. Tennessee is -3, over under 65. Grant, start us off.
Tennessee. I know we're gonna go back and forth on this one. I got to ride the high hand in Tennessee, so I do like Tennessee in this play. I liked it at -2.5. I think it has shifted. I think we just mentioned that to -3, so it's officially a field goal. But I am gonna lay a unit on Tennessee -3, so I'm going with those guys. LSU is one of those weird teams, though. Like obviously we know that they can get the job done with Brian Kelly. It's just I trust the fact that Tennessee has more established weapons, in my opinion. I don't know if you can say better coaching, but I definitely think you can say better established offense, right? And I think they're going to be able to cover that spread.
I'm going to have to agree with that because at first I was like, why is the line only 3? Because you would think it'd be a little higher, but it's at LSU. I just think Hendon Hooker is the real deal, and I don't know if LSU is necessarily going to have an answer for him. It could be like I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means, but I think 3's not enough points for this Tennessee team. So I also like Tennessee -3 here, and I think I'm gonna make that as one of my plays.
You guys are all on the right side. I love Tennessee at 2.5. I like it at 3. Probably wouldn't do it at 3.5. But Tennessee wins the QB matchup. It's as plain as day. Brian Kelly said something about this Tennessee offense. He was asked how they're preparing, and he said something along the lines of it's nothing different than what he's seen. Well, it is something different than what you've seen. You haven't seen SEC offenses like that before. I mean, I like Tennessee here a lot. And I know it seems like a rat line, but LSU, really their only strength offensively is running the ball. And Tennessee's defensive line, although I will say their defense is not great, they're 8th in all of college football in stuff rate. So LSU's going to have to pass the ball if they want to keep up. They're not really great at doing that. I think about 240 yards per game in the air. That's like middle of the pack in the SEC. So 2.5, love it. Wouldn't advise it at 3.5 though, if you see that number.
Oh, all of y'all going Tennessee makes me love LSU even more. I wasn't going to make it an official play, but I think I am going to make LSU an official
to now.
play.
100%.
Few things on this one. One, I love a home dog. LSU, what time's the game at? Noon? I don't love it that it's at noon. But this is a look-ahead spot for Tennessee. Tennessee's got Bama at home next week. And also,
you're so right.
LSU,
so right.
Tennessee's just going to look past LSU. LSU, this is a big game for them.
But
I love LSU.
Are they going to look past LSU?
Yeah,
I'm saying, bro.
LSU
I ain't buying that.
LSU's
You're
a
not
ranked
buying
team.
Bro.
I'm not buying
LSU's a
LSU.
ranked team. This is not a look-ahead game.
This is not Vanderbilt.
They will be home. They'll be home against Alabama. Yeah, I think.
I know. That's why I think it's kind of a look-ahead game.
Carter.
No, I don't think
And
so.
also, I'm telling you, why is, and Dylan mentioned it too, this is such a rat line. Why? Your first question is, if your first question is when you look at the line is, why is Tennessee -3? You should probably chill on that.
Does Brian Kelly still have the accent? That's
if
probably
Brian
why.
Kelly still has the accent, I'm taking LSU.
That's probably
-30.
why. It's a rat line because of the accent. It has nothing to do with the football play. So I think he loses it by game time. I think we're good.
And also, Tennessee's going to be super public by kickoff. You're going to get that note. It's going to be that John Ewing dude on Twitter is going to tweet out 86% of the bets are on Tennessee this week. And I'm just going to sit there like, oh, yeah, I'm smart. I have LSU. And then LSU is going to lose by 35. So I think that's where we're at on that one.
There's no way. There's no way.
No, yeah, LSU. Tennessee already won the game. Congrats.
Do you have the Tennessee LSU split ready? Like the bet money split? I'm trying to find it real quick.
It's not crazy. It's
I got it.
56% of the bet percentage on Tennessee and 83% of the money is on Tennessee.
Yeah, that's not.
I mean, it's not crazy, but
It's not ideal. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah.
And then the over is 62% of the bet percentage, and then the money is 80%. Curious to see where that one goes. 60. I kind of like the over at 65, but I'm going to stay away from that just because I don't like noon kickoff overs, to be honest.
True. That's a good point.
Sketchy. Or it's an 11 a.m. kickoff in Baton Rouge, but yeah, I'll stay away from that. But I'm going to make LSU +3. I'm going to be a sharp this week. All right, moving on. TCU at Kansas. TCU -6.5, over under 68.5. Dylan, start me out here. Start me out.
This is actually one of my plays. I like TCU in this spot. I think Kansas's little runs over. What the game day is going to be there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first time ever.
Yeah, I think Kansas's little run here is over. TCU is a 7-point. I don't like taking the conference away favorites, but defensively, these two teams are pretty much the same. Not much difference in their numbers, but TCU is leaps and bounds above Kansas offensively. So if you can get 7, I think that's a good number to get TCU at. But again, same thing with Tennessee. If you're getting like 7.5, I don't know if I would take that chance. But I like TCU here, definitely.
This game kind of put me in a pretzel because I haven't watched a lot of either of these teams this year. I'm not gonna lie. Kansas has been like a good story and they stay undefeated. I think that game against Iowa State, they could have lost it multiple times. Because I watched most of that game. I had Iowa State in that game. I think I'm with you on this, Dylan. I was a little worried about the 7 being too big of a number, but if you feel good about it, I feel like TCU is going to win. So I'm leaning TCU -7. I don't think personally I would play this, but maybe I will. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, boys. It's a stay away game for me, but I would lean TCU for sure. So for all the reasons you mentioned before, I really do I think TCU has a more explosive offense overall. What they did to Oklahoma was super impressive. The only thing that scares me, it's like a letdown, right? But I also look at the same way of like college game day for people that have never had it before is normally not the greatest experience for them. So, yeah, like I said, it's not an official play, but I would lean TCU for sure. I would not take Kansas with the points.
TCU is legit good, man. Kansas is sketchy. Kansas arguably should have lost to Duke and Iowa State. If Iowa State's kicker was like even half of what BYU's kicker is, they probably would have won. I mean, that's how bad he was. I know, Grant. That's how bad he was.
I feel like Dugan, the quarterback, I feel like he's been there forever. I don't know. I just feel like I've seen that name for such a long time.
I don't want to take 6.5 points in this game though, so it's a stay away for me. The over under is too high. I kind of lean under here if we're being honest, but I'm not going to take it. I kind of like TCU in a money line parlay with someone else around the same line.
I don't have that
Dylan,
at all.
Dylan, you know how scared I get by +6.5s.
Yeah, those are tough.
Yeah, those are. I don't like taking a favorite -6.5. I did it last week with Ole Miss, and that backfired. But
NC State, I don't know if you took NC State, but I was on the wrong side of that one too.
I did take NC State. The NC State was a very small play because I got nervous right before kickoff. But yeah, I think it's a stay away from almost all of us except Dylan. Right, you're taking it on.
I am. I got one unit. TCU.
I love it. All right, Utah, UCLA, Utah -3.5, over under 64.5. Connor, do you have anything to add to this one?
I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm being completely honest. No,
I'm right there with you.
I could see your face when I said this game. You were like,
no, I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and BS some answer and be like, well, I'm thinking about leaning this way. No, I honest to God do not have anything here. And if one of y'all can convince me to take something, it's probably not gonna be that hard to do. But no, I'm out on this one.
Grant and I were dead on about the Utah game last week. We knew Utah was going to just poop on Oregon State.
Yeah. Thank you for talking. I was this close to putting $10 on it, and you were like, don't do it. And I was like, yeah.
Well, I stopped you from the Georgia Tech one, but I helped you on that one. So, it's a wash in that sense.
I still put $10 on Georgia Tech.
Okay, nice. All right. Well, I didn't stop you from losing anything, I guess, for that Utah game. Yeah, I mean, Carter, we were dead on that one. And honestly, I think it would be ill-advised to bet against Utah really at any point so far.
Next week is when it gets interesting.
Yeah, Pac-12 was awful, though. And, if this UCLA team seems like a paper tiger to me, all the way. So, I honestly, like I said, I don't think I'm going to play either side just because it's Utah and they're the worst. But I would lean taking Utah laying the points. I think it's a -3.5 now if it hasn't changed. I think it's about where it is. Yeah. And plus, no one shows up to the Rose Bowl anyways. No one shows up to UCLA games. So, like, the whole home field advantage, bro, it's not that big of a deal.
I think I might take under here. I have it written down. Just I'm not official. Chill, Dylan. Chill. Don't get too
crazy.
If Dylan's scoffing at
Excited.
another,
What's the over-under, Carter?
64.5, and I think Utah is just going to bleed clock. I don't, and I genuinely don't see UCLA putting up more than 21.
yeah.
Problem is defensive touchdowns. Like, didn't Clark Phillips, whatever his name is, their best DB, had like 4 picks or 3 picks. One for a pick 6 last week against Oregon State. It was disgusting.
But Oregon State's quarterback is garbage in the passing game. And
true.
What's his name I can't remember the UCLA quarterback.
But running quarterbacks are kind of their like only Achilles heel. They do not do well against running quarterbacks. They're actually
and that's what UCLA has. And that
Yeah.
UCLA was a beautiful pick against Washington last Friday night. I know this is a weird superstition thing. I don't like the games at 12:30 Pacific time. I think UCLA should. I think Pac-12 should always have to play when it's dark. I don't think they should be allowed to play during the daytime. It's a weird thing I have.
Where do we find their games, by the way? The Pac-12 network. Like, does anyone own that? Like, I have not been able to watch a single one of their games this year because of it.
Disaster.
Normally
But I would lean Utah here and the under. Not 100% sure. I can't play Utah because screw Utah. But like you said, Grant, I think UCLA is a little bit of a paper tiger, and a 5-0 team going against a 4-1 team, and the 4-1 team is -3.5 at the 5-0 team kind of makes me think take Utah.
Yeah.
And also Utah's just flat out better than them. So
they're solid this year, as much as it pains me to say, and their conference is terrible. So,
yeah, hopefully they
have-
cannibalize themselves.
I don't have an official play here, but Grant, if I could sway you to take UCLA, I know you are the world's biggest Michigan fan. Ex-Michigan running back Zach Charbonnet for UCLA.
Ooh.
Ex-Michigan running back.
If they have a good running attack, that is where you have. Okay, for Utah, you have to run the ball against them. If you're not able to run the ball against them, you will die. Like, because then they get you an obvious
Oregon,
pass.
Oregon also has
passing situations.
But Oregon has a good run game.
Oregon, yeah, but not
Oregon State. Oregon State, my bad.
Yeah, I was like, Oregon State does, but also, like you said, they got them in obvious passing situations, and they're done. If you get down to them, and they're able to pin their ears back and just like obviously like rush 3 or 4 that gets to the quarterback, like it's over. Like you're not going to be able to get back. Okay, keep going, Dylan. Sorry, I cut you off.
That's it. I was just wanting to call out the Michigan #1 fan.
True.
All right, real quick, let's Red River rivalry. I can't believe I said that without saying Red River rivalry. Texas versus Oklahoma. Texas -7, over under 65.5. To be honest, usually I just say over in these games blind over in these games. I'm not sure what I like in this one, to be honest. -7 feels like a lot of points in this one. I almost lean Oklahoma, but Oklahoma stinks.
Stinks.
Paper tiger to the max.
Are they even a paper tiger? I just think they stink. I just think they're just like, bro, they're just a fart, bro. They're not.
This is an official play for me. Y'all want to hear what it is in this game?
Texas first half -3.
It has to be Texas.
Texas first half, baby. Texas first half.
I love it.
You can trust Texas to get the job done in the first half. You cannot trust Texas to get the job done the full game. That's what they've proven over years and years and years. And again, I'm not the guy that likes to go back and be like, oh, so-and-so has done X, Y, and Z these past 5 years. But with Texas, it's almost like written in stone. So that's actually one of my official plays is Texas first half -4. I expect them to start out hot like they always do against Oklahoma for some reason. And then they completely just like crap themselves and they look terrible in the second half. And they always let Oklahoma back in. It's wild.
And isn't Dylan Gabriel's like questionable to play? They don't even know if he's going to play. So I don't know if that plays into it as well. Like Oklahoma could go with like a little quarterback. Like I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback if he doesn't play.
Yeah, like breaking him in and stuff.
General Booty?
Yeah. General, he's the third string, right? Or is he second?
I mean, that's an all-time name until I saw Ho You Fat in the Victor Wembanyama game.
That's the most popular jersey right now. High demand.
Everybody's going to start tanking. I want that guy on his team.
I don't blame him.
It's tank season.
Marketing would just go through the roof.
On the 53-man roster, dude. They want him, bro. They need him.
Is Quinn Ewers starting? Do we know that for sure yet?
I do not know that for sure, but I
will look that up. Keep talking. I'll look it up.
I think
You know?
either way, Texas first half is a good play.
That's what I'm saying. Either way,
I like that play either way.
Boys, it was spicy last week. That's all I'm going to say. I think they're up at 28-0 at 1 point and a half. It was.
What do you have it as?
Quinn Ewers is playing.
-4.
-4. Okay, on FanDuel it's -4.5.
Let me see. I'm going to look officially real quick because that's what I had before.
Quinn Ewers is playing. The kind of play I like in this one, not gonna lie, I kind of do like that first half. Grant.
Yeah, it's -4, -105 odds too, boys. It's not even -110, so it's even better odds.
What I also like is if one team gets like a massive lead in this one, there's always going to be a comeback in this game. There always is, no matter how many touchdowns are up. There's always a comeback. I like the live bet here. You could probably get a team at like +20, +15, maybe something around there. I also don't think that's a bad play.
It'll probably be Oklahoma. You can probably get a +20.
That's I'm assuming. Yeah, I think.
Hope so. We hope so.
Yeah, we hope so. Based on the play, exactly.
Dylan, do you have anything else on this one?
I'm going to go with Oklahoma here, just simply fading the Ohio State quarterbacks. That's all I got to do. And this line, it looks like it opened at 2.5, and it went all the way to 7. So that's not great. But I do, in all honesty, I do think Oklahoma, if they got to do something here, those 2 straight losses, if their back was ever up against a wall, it's going to be this weekend, and they have a chance to prove themselves. Not to probably the degree they had hoped at the beginning of the season, but beating Texas or keeping it close to Texas is not something that's something you can hang your hat on. So I'm hoping for a bounce back spot here from Oklahoma, and screw Quinn Ewers.
If it is available, I do like a little Bijan Robinson prop. Oklahoma struggles against the run game. He might be the best running back in the country for all we know.
Well, for sure.
If that prop's available on whatever sports book, I would take whatever his prop is, just hammer it. I think he gets 2 touchdowns, 130 yards minimum.
You are the prop god, so I'm not going to question that. Like, you're the touchdown scorer guy, so what you say is now stolen from me.
I mean, TCU ran for like 300 yards against this Oklahoma team, and he's
who
the
would
best
ever
running back in the country. So
who would ever take Oklahoma against TCU? What kind of idiot would ever put that on their card?
Yes, I mean, there's people here that took Nebraska +11 against Oklahoma.
Won't name any names.
Yeah, I mean, they're crazy. All right, moving on. Bama at Texas A&M. Bama -23.5, over under 51.5. Is this one? This one's in Bama, right? Or is it Texas A&M?
This one should be at Bama because I think
It's
they were
at
A&M
Alabama
last year.
It's at Alabama, yeah, because they lost last year. I don't know why I had that written down wrong. So Texas A&M at Bama. Bama -23.5, over under 51.5. I'll get this started. I don't have a play in this one, but if I did, it would be Bama first half. First half -13.5.
I think
A&M sucks.
I think 23.5 might be too much though, because Bryce Young's not playing, is he? He's not playing.
I don't think so.
I think he's out for like the next few weeks, right?
Yeah, I think he's out. I'm almost positive.
But not. I mean, Alabama's backup quarterback is no slouch. So
no, and he can run. He's
I saw that run. I forget his name. Milroe, Jaden Milroe. That run was disgusting. I don't know. Texas A&M is pretty booty cheeks. I like the first half play more than the full game, just because I could see Texas A&M scoring a couple garbage time touchdowns even to bring it closer. But I probably won't play anything in this either, honestly, to be completely honest.
I'm kind of with you there. I'm not going to play anything. In all seriousness, like I know I've been high on Tennessee, but this is the biggest look ahead spot Alabama's had all year, right? I mean, especially I guess they'll know at that point if Tennessee has won or lost against LSU, but I would lean Texas A&M. I don't have any stats on me or anything, but Alabama does have as of right now, their biggest test of the year, I would say, next week. So maybe catch them in a look ahead spot.
It looks like Bryce Young's been practicing this week.
No way he plays.
Oh,
he practiced today.
Really?
Surprising.
That is very surprising.
So who knows? I don't know. Nick Saban's been saying a lot. He's still questionable, but either way, stay away from this one. Don't touch anything in this one, please. Moving on. Last game we'll preview, and then we'll get into picks. BYU, Notre Dame in Las Vegas. Notre Dame is -3.5. Over under is 51. Let's go great here.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the floor. The only thing I wanted to say before I go to the BYU second part of it is last week I did mention like not to get bet against Bama. I think they did cover the 17 point spread against Arkansas. I think they did win by more than 17.
They did cover with the backup.
Yeah, with the backup. So I was like, geez, that was they're just crazy, man. Like Bama's a machine. But talking about the game, the game of the week that actually matters, Mormons versus Catholics in Vegas. BYU plus 3.5, man. It's interesting. It's an interesting game. BYU has proven they cannot stop the run this year, which makes me very nervous for this game. They have not stopped the run against Wyoming and Utah State, so they can't stop the run against those guys. Like, what makes us expect they can stop the run against Notre Dame? The one thing that does, give me courage, I guess, to bet on the plus 3.5, and I think I am going to make that an official play. I'm pretty close to locking that in. Is Jaren Hall, man. Jaren Hall is a baller. For some reason, I also think Chris Brooks is going to have a game of his life in this. I don't know why. I've been trusting it in the early. I didn't trust it in the middle, but now I trust it again, Carter. Watch. Trust me on this. Chris Brooks is going to have a breakout game for some reason. I think he found something in himself this last week against Utah State. I know it's Utah State, and they're absolutely awful, and there's not much to see from them. But he looked like a man amongst boys in that game, and I think he's, like, literally learning, like, if he doesn't produce, like, someone else is going to play over him. So I think the run game's going to be going for BYU, which has been severely lacking on offense. Which will open things up. So I do like taking the points here, getting 3.5 because I think it will be a close game. But I don't think I'm going to play the BYU money line. It's just how well they're going to be able to stop the run. That's literally what it's going to come down to. And as of right now, they have not been able to prove it to a very good point. So that will be the interesting key of the game.
What scares me here is UNC and BYU's run defense is pretty comparable on just being miserable. And let's see here. Notre Dame starting running back ran for 134, backup 80, third string 50, and then their quarterback ran for 20.
I was about to say, if you want to talk about Notre Dame rushing against Carolina, then I'm your guy because I witnessed every single yard.
They ran for 287 yards against Carolina, and our defense is about the same as Carolina's run defense. So I would expect similar results, around 200 to 250 yards against us. And they have a big O-line. Notre Dame always has a big O-line.
They do.
We just have, our guys just don't move. On BYU, they just flat out don't move. I'm going to play the 3.5 here just because also BYU hasn't covered in 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
2 weeks. Although we've always been hammering the live. So we've actually still made money off of them because we've kind of known those spreads were too big. But there's a couple
BYU has not covered since Baylor.
BYU plays well in Vegas. They've proven that. I think they've won every game we played in Vegas so far, except for the Vegas Bowl that we lost on against Utah years ago. But BYU plays well at night. It's a night game. BYU I think they have a for sure better offense in general. Like their offense should have Puka back. It should have pretty much every key contributor back.
That's what gives me hope in this one.
I'm playing BYU plus 3.5 as well, and I'm going to be really, really honest here. Taysom Hill and Zach Wilson paid me last week.
True.
I owe them my allegiances this week. Mormons, Catholics.
What's the over-under, Carter?
51, which kind of scares me. Why is it that low? Which when you see a total that low, when you see a total that low, that kind of screams take Notre Dame.
But you're talking Notre Dame's run game. They're going to run all over BYU. But then you're saying Jaren Hall is a pretty damn good quarterback. That number's not that high.
But what scares me is that it seems like the offensive coordinator, do they just not trust Jaren Hall on 3rd and long?
No, they do. I think supposedly what Roderick has said, this is what he said, is that a lot of those are read options, right? And so at the end of the day, Jaren Hall makes some read options on 3rd downs, and sometimes he's handing the ball off when Roderick thinks he should not be handing the ball off. So that's all I'm gonna say. Who knows? He could be emphasizing certain plays, but you know how much read option there is in college football, so it's possible.
Yeah, look at the shirt. The king of the read option, Wake Forest, doing that stupid long
the delayed handoff.
Yeah, the delayed handoff. It's the most frustrating thing to watch.
Bro, that's why I think I'm telling you, bro. Watch. I could be completely wrong, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna whatever prop bet Chris Brooks is, I'm gonna hammer. Miles Davis is a little banged up, so I don't think he's gonna play as much. So you basically have Chris Brooks going ham. I think he's gonna run they're just gonna run north to south. They're gonna just be like, just see if that's going to work for him. I think it's going to pay dividends. I really do.
Dylan, anything in this one?
I will say it is very entertaining that for the Vegas game, they picked two of probably the most prominent religious colleges that exist to play in Sin City in Las Vegas at 7:30. But I saw the uniform reveal. I saw the hangover replication for Notre Dame. That was like early on in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some fast uniforms. Those are some fast uniforms on a fast field. I'm taking this over. I got it at 52. It has gone down. I'm seeing 50 and a half, but it opened at 48 and a half. So it still is kind of convincing me that the over isn't really a bad play because it opened at 48 and a half and it hasn't gone down to it. So
I see 50 and a half.
I have a unit on 52, bad number. I'm going to reload at 50 and a half.
Nice.
Love to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to take BYU plus 3.5 in the money line here. I'm going to stay away from the over just because I don't want to cheer for Notre Dame at all. You're in that weird spot. Also, Drake May murdered that Notre Dame defense.
Drake May
was cooking. And I think Jaron Hall is just as good as Drake May, if not better, if the receivers are healthy. Are all the receivers healthy for BYU this week?
Should be. I think Puka's the only one that's the most questionable. I think he plays. Like I'm telling you, I think we're gonna have fully loaded. I think you have Chase Roberts, you have Puka Nacua, and you also have Gunnar Romney. Like I think you have all three of them, man. Yikes! That's the
thing. Seeing Drake May cook that Notre Dame defense gives me confidence that Jaron Hall can too. Also, Notre Dame's going to be pretty public in this one.
I think so too.
Notre Dame's going to be pretty public in this one. That makes me also like the Cougs more. And I just don't want to cheer for Notre Dame at all.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, we get into picks.
Before we get into picks, Carter, you, I guess, owe me. You owe me an over. Is that coming in college football or is that going to be in NFL? You need to get ahead of that now?
Yeah, we can do that. I have a couple. What would you prefer? You tell me. You tell me. You want college or NFL?
You need to punish me. I have no I have no say in this. I lost.
All right. I want to do something awful to you, but I also want to win both of us, a little money. I was going to do the Western Kentucky UTSA over. That's at 73. But 92% of the bets are on the over.
Oh my God.
So I can't do it.
That's disgusting.
I physically can't do it. I have we'll go college football. I have one. It's gross. It's really, really, really gross. But it's one we'll have to grind out. But I'll give the pick in a minute. I'll make it my last pick before we do the parlay. Suffer.
Am I hearing this right? I want you to punish me. We can grind it out. I mean,
what am I hearing, boys?
What's going on?
Pause.
What secret deals y'all make under the table?
Yeah, come on.
I will say, had I won that bet, I was going to be really mean and make you take Rutgers, Nebraska under like 35 on Friday. So I deserve all that's coming to me.
Oh, that's such an awful play, Dylan. That is such an awful play, bro.
Not even a Saturday, too.
Oh, the Friday night. All right. I don't have a ton I like this week. I already said LSU plus 3 and BYU. Those are ones I'm definitely gonna play. Connor, give me a pick.
All right. I don't know if you guys knew where I was going with this. Actually, first, before I give my first real pick, let me just give one real quick that I'm not gonna touch this week because they screwed me last time I did this. Wake Forest minus 16.5 at home against Army. Remember the last time they were 16.5 point favorites against a mid-tier school against Liberty? Yeah, screw that. So stay away from that. But honestly, I love Carolina this week, plus 3.5 at Miami. Miami's last game 2 weeks ago. Listen. Miami's last game 2 weeks ago, Middle Tennessee, bad taste in their mouth. Tyler Van Dyke looked horrible, got benched. Fans started booing. According to our guy, Big Game Boomer, that was the quietest stadium a couple weeks ago. Just saying. Ooh. And I think UNC's clicking right now. And if you don't want to take the 3.5, that's fine. First half, dare I say, I think UNC's gonna come out firing.
Wait, they're minus or plus 3.5?
They're plus 3.5.
Okay, give me Miami minus 3.5. Add it to the card.
Unbelievable.
I'm actually gonna add it to the card.
That's fine. I feel like I need to pull up a receipt here, boys. I think there was someone in this group that was all over Miami, bro. They were talking about
over Miami. I wasn't all over Miami.
There was multiple, dude. Van Dyke doing the Heisman. I was hearing all sorts of Ridiculous.
I looked at it. I wasn't that high on them. But you know what? Let's screw it. Let's just double down. Anybody can win the stupid Coastal in the ACC. Give me Miami -3.5.
Bro.
I'm actually going to take it.
Just throw the money in the furnace. You can just donate it to me. I mean, that's easier.
Oh, Connor, you have no idea. Everybody and their mother is going to be on Carolina this week.
And
That's
I'm gonna
another
be one
rat
of them.
line.
I'm
That's
gonna be
another
one of
rat
them.
line.
That's fine.
All right. Great. Give me a pick.
All right, boys. I'm riding the hot hand, not just Texas. I already talked about that first half play. I'm talking about Michigan, the number one Michigan fan that's in here besides Dylan, of course. I'm the honorary number one Michigan fan, but it's not the full game. It's going to be the first half. And this line has moved to -13.5 now, first half, which, again, I don't love that it keeps moving, but it keeps moving. I originally had already placed a unit on -13, but I'm going to place 2 more on the -13.5. So I'm going to have a 3-unit play on Michigan first half this week.
Who do they
Indiana,
have?
bro.
Indiana?
I don't trust like that. I don't trust Indiana like that. I don't trust any part of it. I trust in a better team, better offense, better coach team, better everything, basically. Michigan's proven that they're, one of those dogs. They're legit this year, as they were last year. So I'm willing to ride my money on them again. But the full game is a lot of points. And, again, there's weird stuff that happens in the second half. You'll see a theme with me. I do love my first half plays. But, yeah, that's one of my bigger plays this week is Michigan first half -13.5.
Wow,
I love it. I love it. And that actually brings me to my next pick, the last pick I have, because I gave the other 2 already. This one's coming straight from Snoopy, boys.
Snoopy, let's go.
We have Michigan team total over 40.5 versus Indiana.
So many points.
And I actually, now that I think about it, Grant, I think I like your pick more because JJ McCarthy is going to have the game of his life. Like we might get Cade McNamara in the second half, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Indiana is at the bottom of the Big Ten in pass yards allowed. I think we're looking at like 280 a game. I have just pick a stat, and I have it here. Michigan, the least penalized team in the Big Ten, 27 penalty yards per game, less than half a turnover per game.
That's incredible.
Okay. So let's slow the brakes, though. Who have they played?
Oh my gosh, Carter, we're not doing this right now. You know,
who did they get their turnovers against?
You know good and well that we schedule these games 6 years in advance. And 6 years ago, Hawaii was like 7-5. So we weren't scheduling an 0-10 Hawaii team. Carter, you're smarter than that.
They're playing Indiana. You know who they're playing. They're playing Indiana.
I'm not doing the Brandon Walker where I'm questioning their schedule. I'm questioning the inflated stats you have.
You're a dog.
Well, what about Maryland? Just boat raced Michigan State. There you go.
There you go. Iowa's got a good defense. You can talk yourself into this.
Hey, we're not talking about if Michigan's going to make the college football playoff. We're just saying this week against a horrible Indiana team. So
okay, and then I have
they're going to make the college. They're going to be national champions as well. But while we're on the topic, Carter, you can't do that to me. I thought we were friends, and I
ride. Don't you dare even go there.
I hear it.
All right, no. But we need to talk about this. We keep talking about look ahead spots. They have Penn State next week.
No, absolutely not a look. Penn State booty.
We have Penn State.
No, okay,
I said we have Penn State.
Carter. There's a couple years ago it was Bama, bro. I just rode Bama first half plays and literally cashed like clockwork every single week. You got to find that this year. To me, that team for some reason Vegas has not figured it out like their first half plays yet. To me, that's been Michigan. So I'm just saying, bro, if you want to get on this cash trade, I think that's it. It's a good. I think it's.
I'm not disagreeing with it, but I think we need a counter there. Ask some questions before we're dishing out 3 units somewhere.
Yeah, no, I agree, but
all right.
I feel like look these first half plays.
And you know what? You know what the sad part about this is? I'm taking Michigan -13.5.
I saw you writing it down on your end, so I knew you were going to play it. You don't act like you were playing this whole time.
Yeah, it's written down here on a sticky note. What are you talking about?
I love it.
Yeah, I'll do Michigan -13.5. Team total is a little high for me though. I could see them, fourth quarter kind of draining the clock though. That kind of scares me.
We'll have 41 by like halfway through the third.
Maybe halfway through the second.
If you take every JJ McCarthy prop you can, like I thought Michigan State's pass defense was bad. Indiana's is worse. I mean, it's going to be. I feel bad for these poor guys.
Another pick for me is now Miami -3.5. Go Canes. Let's go, baby. We're gonna get the dub. Okay. let's see here. So lately, what I've been doing, I just look at the ticket money split in a MAC game. That always seems to cash, and I'm doing it again this week. Our boys are the Northern Illinois. What's their mascot? The Huskies?
Yeah, they're like the Huskies, NIU Huskies, right?
Yeah. So we're going
Something like
Northern
that.
Illinois plus 5.5 against Toledo. Just because of the ticket money split. I do it with every MAC game, and it's been undefeated. So Ball State was a miracle last week, but I don't know. I just keep doing it, and it keeps winning. So I'm not gonna stop.
All right, I'll go next, I guess. My card.
You guys, wait. You guys don't have anything to add to him. It's Northern Illinois Toledo.
Northern Illinois reigning MAC champs.
Okay.
I was there. I saw it.
But
In
before
front of 50 people.
we move on, I did want to say the bet percentage is Toledo 83%, and the money is Toledo 34%.
Oh,
There's a 49% difference there, and that's the only reason why I'm doing Northern Illinois.
I like it.
There we go.
All right. So for my card this week, I'm not gonna go crazy. Me and Carter, we talked about it earlier. Too many plays last week. We ended up cashing the Zach Wilson, Taysom Hill thing. Bailed me out
That
a little bit.
caused
I
me
wouldn't
to add a lot more.
That very true. Also, I'm gonna chill dog to a little bit this week. I have another one that I'm kind of been looking at, and I was looking for y'all's opinion on this. It's ACC again. Duke minus 3.5 at Georgia Tech. I was on Georgia Tech last week. I think they're bad for a reason. So
I'm nervous about this one because I think Duke should be a touchdown favorite.
that's true, but
I don't
know. I'm leaning. I'm not locked in on this one because I feel like Georgia Tech, their Duke should be favored by more. Georgia Tech is horrible. Like, yeah, they
I
won
don't hate
last
the
week.
play, to
but
be
I think
honest.
that was a fluke. I think the win last week was a fluke. I know I was on it. It was a fluke. So
Last week when we gave our picks too, we didn't know what the whole hurricane situation turns out. There was nothing wrong on Saturday's games, right? Maybe a little bit of rain here and there in some games, but
yeah.
Because I was worried about the Duke game last week, and then Duke came out. I mean, I think they whooped Virginia.
Yeah.
I kind of like that Duke play, but I don't think I'm going to
Okay.
add it just because I'm a little nervous about that. That line doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
want to add this in there. I really have no thoughts about it, Connor, but I saw this stat that I thought was pretty interesting. And this isn't to sway you any other way, but in college games where the spread is 3.5, the favorite has won by 3. I think it was 10.8% of the time.
So maybe
Which
by the
seems
hook.
like 10% seems small, but when you think about the context, like
Maybe by the hook a little,
there you go,
okay.
get the hook.
Okay. If it gets to -3, I'll probably take it for sure. Or I might end up just taking the hook. We'll see.
I have a couple gross plays if you want to hear them.
I have a gross one too. So
give me your gross one. Should we do a gross parlay? Or
My game's not until next week.
damn it, Dylan.
So
Yeah,
it
gross
can't
play.
lose this week. Perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
Tennessee
okay.
plus 14.5 against Alabama. That's what
That's
I'm
not
going to say.
gross.
That's not gross. Yeah. I don't
That's
mind
a
that at all.
sexy pick. What do you mean?
I don't know.
You want to hear gross? You want to hear
Yes.
gross? Colorado State plus 3.5.
Ooh,
They're due for a win. I think this Nevada team is awful.
that's Friday, right?
Yeah, it's Friday. A
Nice.
little action on Friday. Colorado State's 0-4. They haven't been close in a single game.
So I'm on action right now with the pro report. All 5 of the little things are lit up for Colorado State.
It kind of doesn't make me like. It kind of makes me not like that as much. But
And the fact that the line opened at 3 and went to 3.5 with all of those little things.
yeah,
lit
the
up.
line. I was looking at the line movement mainly, and also they're due for a win. This Nevada team stinks across the board. I think they're a fake 2 wins anyways. So Colorado State, this is a small 1-unit play. Another gross play. This Boston College team, are they that bad? Are they that bad?
Jerkovich is pretty bad, or however you say his name. I don't know.
Jerkovich? What was his name?
Jerkovich, yeah. I've watched a lot of
Jerkovich.
ACC football this year. They're that bad. Zay Flowers is their only player, and he's disgusting, but the rest of the team is
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from that one because they play Clemson, right? Plus 20.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm gonna stay
that's
away
too many
from that
points
one.
for me. Yeah, I wouldn't take that.
I can see it as like a little letdown spot for Clemson, just not giving a crap really going into that game. But I'll stay away from that. Any other picks?
Yeah, I got a couple. Anyone else have any more?
I have more, but I want to finish with Dylan's punishment.
Okay. I got another first half play, boys. I got a couple this week. I've already mentioned my play of the week with Michigan first half, minus 13.5. The other play is Ole Miss versus Vanderbilt, first half minus 10. I like this Ole Miss team. Obviously, they're going to take care of Kentucky last week. They have a solid offense. They have the better team, obviously. Vanderbilt is trash. So I do like that first half minus 10. I think they're going to be able to pummel them. I don't necessarily love the full game spread, though. Again, one of those games where I think it could get weird at the end of the game. Let's see what the other one is. Kentucky line's freaking me out. I think it opened at like around like Kentucky minus 10 or something like that against South Carolina. It's all the way down to like minus 6. So I lean the Kentucky still minus 6. I think I am going to play it, but that line shift is kind of freaking me out. I was going to take Ohio State first half minus 14, but it's moved all the way to minus 16, so I'm not going to play that anymore. I can't take it against Michigan State because, again, rivalry games, I don't want to take the full game spread. And then the play I think I am going to take is FSU plus 3.5.
I love it. I was going to say that.
Yeah, they're playing NC State, and give me the points, bro. Let's get weird with it. It's one of those plays that's probably my grossest play is against probably a heavily favored NC State team, but I do like FSU with the points in that game. So
I like that too. I think Jordan Travis is going to go nuts on that NC State team.
What scares me about that one is I don't think Devin Leary's any good. Devin Leary got super overhyped going into this year, obviously. I don't like betting against NC State on a night game at Carter Finley. This is a classic state win. They usually get that one big statement win at Carter Finley every year. So this is why I'm gonna stay away from this one. If not, I might honestly lean State.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. I got one more ACC. I got one more ACC play I was looking at. It's Louisville minus 2.5 at Virginia. Virginia's horrible.
Ooh.
Virginia is horrible. Malik Cunningham is going to destroy them. I'm looking at Virginia's schedule this year. They scored 3 against Illinois, only 16 points against Old Dominion, lost to Syracuse, lost by 21 to Duke. Louisville looks pretty good this year. Their 2 losses.
Boston College.
They got smoked by Syracuse, and they lost by 1 to Boston College. I know, but Syracuse put up 34 points. Virginia is not putting up anywhere close to that. Louisville's got an explosive offense. I like Louisville here, and I am going to play that.
I'm going to stay away from that one.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't like either side of that.
What happened last time you hated my Louisville play? They beat UCF, beat them in the dirt.
I don't honestly. I'm not even gonna. I don't even. Well, that was a Friday night game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. All right. Any more plays, Dylan? You got anything?
That's it for me.
No more plays. Tennessee next week. They're going to beat Alabama. I'm just going to say that right now.
Ooh. You're taking money line, Dylan?
I'm going to take FanDuel hasn't released a money line number yet, just the 14.5. But once it comes out, that will be a full unit on that. Tennessee will beat Alabama.
Speaking of futures, Dylan, November 26th, I don't know why this game's on here. Michigan plus 11.5 at Ohio State. They've already listed it.
Ooh.
I don't know what I'm waiting for. I want 14. I want 14 so bad. If Michigan can maybe beat Penn State by like 3 and Ohio State just absolutely curb stomps Michigan State and then whoever they play next week, I would love to get it at 14. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be like an early Christmas gift.
Okay. All right. Let's do this now. I had 3 selections for it. I'm going to eliminate one. I was going to do UNLV, San Jose State over 52.5, but that's a Friday night game. I want a game on Saturday. And this UNLV defense is terrible, so that's why I kind of like that over there. All right.
I gotta write it down. Hold on. I gotta get
that's grab a pen real quick. I'm still deciding. I'll let Connor and Grant have input on this one too. Should we go gross or one I'm like I actually kind of like?
Give me the like one first.
Yeah. The like one is Oregon State Stanford over 56.5. I think both these defenses are terrible, and I think Oregon State is gonna put up points.
Okay.
I do too. Okay. I kind of like that play.
Okay. And then we get a little gross here. I kind of want to make them do this one. Whatever it is too, Dylan, I'm gonna take it too. So we win. So
right or die.
Winner. Yeah, so Wyoming at New Mexico over under 36.5.
No way. I just looked at that too. Oh, and Wyoming can't pass the ball. They can only run the ball. Oh no, Carter.
On the road. On the road too.
New Mexico can't score.
In Albuquerque. Gross.
36.5. Ugh.
How is that literally? How is that a line, bro? 36.5 points in a college game. Crazy.
I do have Wyoming in that game, so if you want to punish me there, that would be like I'd have to root for two things.
Oh yeah, I think the punishment would be you have to watch that game.
Actually pay attention. Yeah.
I'll have to zoom in so you can know that I'm watching it.
Oh my gosh! I mean, because we're looking here. I mean, Wyoming did put up points against BYU, so
not saying
there's that.
But nothing against Illinois. I vividly remember that.
That was week 0. We can't count week 0 anymore. Utah State won a game in week 0
against UConn, bro. They were down to UConn by like 2 touchdowns.
I mean, New Mexico did put up 20 points against UNLV, even though UNLV has probably the worst defense in the country.
Great,
man. That's a gross game, bro. I'm definitely not playing with that with you boys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Which one do I make Dylan do?
Oh, that one for sure. Not even close.
Yeah, it has to be that one. What do
you want it to be a punishment? There's your punishment.
It's kind of a punishment for me too, because I have to take it because I hate to play. But
you want to take it. You know you want to take it.
No, I don't. No, I do not. All right, screw it. Over 36.5, Wyoming, New Mexico. That's the punishment this week.
Oh, put that in the parlay.
I know, bro. Oh man.
Oh, that's gross. Just a nice 1 unit play by both of us. And then I will be taking Oregon State Stanford over 56.5 for 2 units. I like that play a lot. And I kind of lean Stanford +7, but I think Oregon State might come back and dominate because that Stanford team is not that good, but both defenses are kind of trash. Awesome. So let's do the parlay. Dylan, go first.
This is tough.
Tennessee -3. Tennessee -3.
I love
Veto.
I'll say Carter's pissed, bro.
This sucks.
I will say
this sucks because I'm taking LSU, and I have to take Tennessee in the parlay.
All right, if
whatever.
you really don't want to take that, we can circle back to me and I can find something else.
Let's circle back, but we'll probably take it. Grant, go.
I'm gonna go with. Hey, don't fix if it's not broken. I'm gonna go with Texas first half -4 against Oklahoma, boys.
All right.
Okay. Carter, do you have one?
I do have one.
I'm kind of torn between 2 right now.
I do have one.
Okay.
Northern Illinois +5.5.
Really? The Maction?
The Maction line.
Huh? Like we said before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It worked last week. Let's keep it rolling.
This is a tough one for me because I'm torn between 2, and it's not Carolina, but what do you think about the over 65.5 in that game?
I don't like it.
Really?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm going to be on Miami just to go against you.
Of course.
I really don't know. Even against this Carolina defense, I don't know if this Miami team can pass, complete a pass. That's what scares me.
Then you're gonna have to trust me here. I want Louisville -2.5. Why don't you like that? Give me a reason why you don't like that.
Because I think Louisville and Virginia are so bad, but I think Virginia's kind of due for a win. No. Eventually, Virginia's gonna win, and it might be against this terrible Louisville team. Scott Satterfield needed to be fired yesterday.
I love Louisville.
Yeah, dude, let the man put his play in, Carter.
Yeah, I'm okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm being a Debbie Downer. Let's ride Louisville. Louisville -2.
I like that better. I like that better than Duke Georgia Tech. Duke -3.5. I like Louisville better than that play.
I agree.
I kind of feel the same. It's just both gross ACC games.
That's fine. I don't like a lot this week. If nobody said Tennessee, I was going to take that one, but I'll take
true. That's true.
All right, Dylan. You think of anything else, or you good?
I got 3, and I'll give you order from favorite to least favorite. Number 1, Tennessee -3. Number 2, Colorado State +3.5. But that is Friday.
We can't have a Friday.
Number 3 is Michigan -13.5 first half.
Bro, let's play that one, please. Give me the first half play.
Should we just go all first halves?
There's not a first half available in the Louisville game. I was just looking.
I mean, it will be. It will be. So it'll be just we
Will
just
it?
do Louisville -1.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
probably.
that's okay. All right.
All right, that's what we're doing then.
Because I would rather have the first half, honest to God.
What about Northern Illinois? I don't know. I don't think we know a lot about this Northern Illinois team. I think we might leave this one at the full game.
I'll say because if we did Ball State first half, we would have lost that, right?
We would have lost by like 1,000. They were down
Yeah,
like
so-
4 touchdowns at halftime.
So I don't know if we mess with the Maction first half, or I don't know if we're into that
Okay.
Maction life.
So that's the parlay this week.
So you guys like the Louisville first half over the full game?
That's fine. Yeah, let's ride with it.
I kind of like it, bro. Let's shake it up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it. All right. That's the parlay this week. It is Louisville first half -1 money line, whatever that line is. Texas -4 first half. Michigan first half -13.5, and then the granddaddy of them all in the Maction, Northern Illinois full game +5.5 against Toledo.
Let's go.
We're positive units on the year, not on the college football parlays, but overall, we're
Yeah.
positive units.
Don't worry about that.
All right, let's do NFL. Okay, let's do the NFL. I mean, once again, I'm going to do one more victory lap for us for last week.
Carter, is it official, Carter, that we're what's his name's out for the Colts?
that Jonathan Taylor?
Mhm.
Yeah, is that official?
Jonathan Taylor is out for the Colts. Adam Schefter tweeted.
Okay.
Dylan, you wanted to start off.
Oh, yes. So every week after week 4, we can get we have enough data to create the first Wilkerson ratings of the year. They get updated every week, and I have the top 5. So I'm going to start. Home field advantage so far this season's been 2.1 points. So it's about 3. So it's a little bit lower than normal. Top 5. We want to go 5-1 or 1-5, boys.
5-1.
We got a shocker in here. 5-1. Number 5, Dolphins from Miami. Now, I will say this is including Tua. So Teddy Bridgewater has not been accounted for in the adjusted ratings.
But Teddy Bridgewater is kind of a dog against the spread.
What 28-4 or something? 24-8?
24-6 on the road against the spread. So
I have the Dolphins this week too, so that makes me feel
and I'm
great.
not a big Teddy Two Gloves guy, as we all know, but
Oh yeah, Panthers.
He can manage the game though.
Well documented.
He killed it
Shout
for
out
the Vikings though. When
Yeah.
And when he came in for Drew Brees with the Saints, he was
Yeah,
good. And then he
Saints
came to
was
the
also good.
And then he came to the
Yeah.
Panthers.
I see a recurring theme here. Quarterback's not doing well in the baby blue. And that's Titans too. Not just Panthers, that's Titans too.
You don't gotta tell me that twice.
Number 4, Baltimore Ravens. Number 3, this one's going to be the shocker. We ready? Jacksonville Jaguars. 11.5 power rating. They're number 3. Number 2, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 1, Buffalo Bills. Take what you want with it, but, that's issuance 1. I'll be checking back every week with these.
Okay.
I love it.
I like it, yeah.
All right, we want to start off. Let's do it because this will be posted Thursday morning, so you could be listening before the Thursday night game. Let's talk about the Thursday night game real quick. Gross game. Before the season started, you would have been like, "Oh, this is going to be a dope game." Colts at the Broncos. Broncos -3.5. Over under is 42.5. I only have one play so far in this one. It's Nyheim Hines anytime touchdown. I think it's down to +175 right now on FanDuel. I like that. I would lean under. And to be honest, I kind of lean Colts just because they're so gross. I kind of like the Colts.
I like the under here. I hate to say it. 42.5. Broncos can't score. Javonte Williams is out now. Not that they were using him the right way anyways. Javonte Williams is out now. Melvin Gordon's fumbled, 4 times this year already? 3 times? I just don't know about the Broncos can score, and Matt Ryan's been mediocre at best this year. So the under, I kind of love it. I think Matt Ryan's going to be running for his life. Well, sitting for his life. I don't think he's going to be scrambling anywhere, but.
We have our third 5-star NFL play of the year in this game. The first 2 were completely unrelated to stats at all. It was when Russell Wilson released his Broncos Country Let's Ride in June. I took Seattle +5.5 in money line and made those 5-star plays. So you could say this is the first official 5-star play.
You don't like the dangerous Subway sandwich?
That's so bad, man. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's this whole thing to Denver had to be like a publicity stunt or something, like a Tom Brady type move, because I feel bad for the guy. But
look, the city of Denver owed some money to Subway. Look, we all know what it is. Let's call it what it is, boys.
Anyway, 2 for 2 on 5 stars, under 42. I would honestly take this until like 40. These teams have not proven to anybody that they can move the ball. I mean, it's egregious that this number even starts with a 4. Going back to trusty Snoopy, we're looking here. Both teams score on less than 35% of their drives. 27 total sacks allowed between these two teams. Both top 10. I think the Colts might be third in most sacks allowed. Both in the top half of the league in offensive penalties, and both defenses actually allow less than 5 yards per play. None of these teams have shown us that they can score fast enough to even touch this number. I know it's a shocker, but I'm definitely going under here in this game. And primetime unders are still hitting at like 60-some%. I'll ride it till cows come home.
Grant, you
I
got
love it,
anything
boys.
in this one?
I got nothing for this, bro. I got nothing for this. I mean, I lean now with the under with you guys for this pretty solid argument. I hate taking unders, bro. I'm like the opposite there, bro. It's so hard for me to like watch games knowing I have the under. Like Dylan said, I guess the good way Dylan mentioned, he's like, it's the only bet you haven't lost like when at the start of the game until it actually hits the over. But yeah, I got nothing in this one. It's a gross game. Like I'm gonna take the anytime touchdown play with you, Carter, and I might take the under.
I want to propose a solution for Grant because, you know, I'm like an unders guy. Grant's first half guy. What if we combined our powers and we both took the Broncos Colts first half under?
Which is, do we know what that is? That line? Oh, it's gonna be like
right now it's 21.
Oh my gosh, it's a football number.
It's so over under 21 for the first half. Over 21 is plus 110. Under 21 is minus 130 right now on FanDuel.
Ooh.
Hey, pray about it, Grant. Get back to me later, okay?
I might hit you up about that one. I'm gonna look at it.
Pray about it.
Yeah, you have to do some serious prayer on that one. I'm legally abiding to have to write every 5-star play with Dylan, even though I don't want. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, I signed a contract. I'm lawful. I'm legally required.
After Dylan gave the Matt Ryan pass attempts and the Panthers Giants first quarter under, and that miraculously hit, I'm in. I'm all in now.
Miraculously, it wasn't even close.
The Panthers did all they could to screw that one up.
That was the one where the Panthers decided to muff the kickoff, and then the Panthers defense saved me. But the Panthers were doing everything they could on offense to.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
But yeah, and also check out the blogs on Action. What are you slated for this week?
I got Titans Commanders, and I actually have a poll up on Twitter right now. The plus 220 doesn't look like it's going to win, so I don't know how much my audience crosses between the podcast and the blog, but I'm going to give the 220 on this show at the end.
Okay, there we go. Make sure to check out this blog. Scroll to the bottom, hit the green play button because you know they're a winner. He's giving you free money. Take it.
Free.
London game. Giants at the Packers. Packers -8. Giants. And the over is 41. 41.
Ugh.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Take the under, governor. Fish and chips take the under 9:30.
I don't know about all that, coach. Because, you know, points are a little inflated. I think, is the euro back to being more than the dollar?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know. If the euro is more than the dollar, I think you got to go over here because that means money's more inflated in England. Or wait, no, less inflated. That means under. I'm putting myself into a pretzel. That doesn't make any sense.
Gets me too every time.
Oh gosh.
But the only thing I have for this one is I'm probably not gonna have. This might be the London game I actually sleep through. I'm gonna tease the Packers probably with someone else. I like teasing the Packers -2.
Just
-2, 1.5. Yeah, no. This teaser. I think what is this, week 5?
Yeah.
Week 5 is when you can really start getting into some teasers. The first few weeks, the lines aren't where they're a little too close, so you're kind of weird. I think you can start teasing this week. That's why I kind of like the Packers -2. Also, Giants need to lose. Giants are not going to go against this Packers defense. So, but I don't like 8 points. 8 points is a lot.
And on top of that, the Giants have a quarterback this week. They were working out quarterbacks, Daniel Jones and the backup. I don't even know who it was. Didn't they both get hurt in that game? Saquon Barkley was taking snaps out of the Wildcat.
Sure, that's a good point. That's true.
Like, I'm pretty sure both their quarterbacks got hurt, and they're working out Jake Fromm this week is who it is. Jake Fromm, who used to be on the Giants.
Georgia
Yeah.
Bulldog, too. Former Georgia
I'm pretty sure
Bulldog.
there's a good chance Daniel Jones does not play this week. Fact check me on that, but
Jake
He
Fromm.
was limited participant in practice today.
He'll
Jones
play.
was.
okay, well,
Yeah,
Either
him.
way.
I don't think young Terod's gonna play, but
that's who I was. Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
honestly, crazy take. If Tyrod Taylor, however you say it, if he plays, the Giants sneaky play. But anyhow, anybody else got this one? We'll run through this one quick.
I'm staying away from this one.
I do seriously have the under. I've got it at like 41.5. I can't remember what it's at now. I kind of like the Giants. Probably won't take it. Too many points in a neutral field. These guys get paid to play football as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good.
Fair.
I don't know if that's
Not as much as Aaron, but
True.
8 points is a lot. That's true.
But yeah, I'm going to tease it with someone else this week. Moving on, Miami at the Jets. Is Zach Wilson playing?
Damn right he's playing, bro. It's a little
That's
like
what I love to
ankle issue, bro. I don't think it's.
That's what I love to
great.
see. Teddy Two Gloves and the Dolphins are -3 over under 45.5. I think I'm once again legally required to take the Jets here, man.
I think we both are. Otherwise, we have to make a Subway commercial. So I think we have to.
So
I don't know if I like that.
I don't like it too much either. Two Gloves. I don't like betting on or against Teddy Two Gloves. But
It's literally a roll of the dice, like what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
yeah, well, no,
That's
well,
exactly
it's just if the Dolphins get a lead first, then they're gonna win. If the Jets get a lead first, they're gonna win.
So the Jets could blow it though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
they
that's a
can't.
very-
Teddy Two Gloves has to have the least amount of comebacks out of the amount of games he started.
Nice. That's good to know. Jets have lost both games at home though, so I wouldn't put too much stock in the fact that it's home. I don't think that's really a difference. Now both games have been with Joe Flak Dog Grimes, so
Yeah, I don't know if you can put that too much stock into that. Dylan, you have a pick in this one?
I do like the Dolphins. I'm high on Teddy Bridgewater. Always have been. I've been a big proponent. I've gotten in Twitter fights with people saying, I would rather have Bridgewater over Tannehill in Tennessee.
You've gotten in Twitter fights.
You
over
can
Teddy
have 'em.
Bridgewater. Wait, Carter. He's gotten in Twitter fights with Teddy Bridgewater. We have
You know
a couple.
Derek?
Me and Derek are best buds.
We have a couple accounts that we see on Twitter.
We get lunch every weekend. Me and Derek are best buds. I've sent him Teddy Bridgewater football cards. I mean, we're tight like that.
It's propaganda off the podcast.
No, but seriously, I am on the Dolphins. I think I got it at 3. I like Teddy. I think he does a fine job, and whether Zach plays or not, I hate to be the anti-Jets guy after what Zach Wilson did for us, but I like the Dolphins here.
Connor, anything in this one?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna steer clear.
Awesome.
Only thing I'll say is I think I saw Dylan's GoFundMe. He said get Teddy 2 gloves, a third glove to make him Teddy 3 gloves. So he's definitely starting fights over it, dude. I'm seeing GoFundMes, bro. So he's all about that Teddy 2 glove.
I want him, man. I want him in that baby blue. Get rid of Tannehill. Let's get Teddy in Nashville. He'd
He's
tear
all
that place
yours.
up.
The Panthers are paying him to play for the Dolphins, so you guys can have him.
And they're paying Sam Darnold to sit on his ass. So there's that too.
And
man.
they're paying Baker Mayfield to play like a high school quarterback.
Oh, unbelievable.
Okay, moving on. This has become a Falcons podcast. Falcons at
Let's
the Buccaneers. Buccaneers -9. Tom
They're-
Brady coming off a divorce, it seems like.
Yep.
Over under 48. Look, I'm gonna go with the Falcons here just because it's too many points for the Falcons. I am a little scared that Tom Brady, a little revenge game. I mean,
It is a lot of points, but the Falcons are the only team undefeated against the spread this year, right?
Only team undefeated. That's true.
When does that stop though? When does that end?
that's what scares me. I probably won't lock it in until Sunday morning. I got to see more Tom Brady stuff come out, but I think this dude's going to be locked in and just destroy someone. And the Falcons seem like a prime suspect.
I was saying, is she fighting for custody? That's the question.
Chris
She's
Godwin's
fighting
back.
Yeah. Oh, true. Very true. If she's fighting for the kids, bro, don't bet the Falcons because he's gonna lay every point he possibly can to get those kids. So, yeah, I think that's
Did you guys see he changed his Twitter bio? It was like family and football, and now it's just football.
I think that was fake. I think that was
Oh,
fake.
no.
I think
Is it really? Okay, I just
Yeah,
saw
I
a
think it was
screenshot.
fake.
Okay, all right. I just
just
ran
like the
with it.
Zach Wilson tweet where
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
"What's
yeah,
up, Giselle?"
yeah.
or whatever. Like, it's for sure.
Ah, damn. Okay. Yeah, it's not
Dylan,
good,
you got anything in this one?
I would lean the Falcons because they've been so good to me this year. I think everybody and their mothers are going to be on Tampa Bay when they see their at-home favor that much against the Falcons, and I love those away divisional dogs. I probably won't end up taking it. If I remember correctly, it might have opened at like 9 or 10, and it got down a little bit, but then it got I think back up to 9. So I would lean Falcons, but I probably won't take anything.
Okay. All right. Well, I do have a play in this one. This I think you guys will like this one. I think you guys will really like this one. We're back to the anytime touchdowns. This is the parlay I had this week.
Is it Algier?
Tyler
Keystone
Algier?
Algier. Let's go.
Tyler Algier, anytime touchdown. It's got to be like plus 350, plus 400 when it comes out.
Oh, yeah, it's not out. Yeah.
It shouldn't be
It's
out
not,
yet.
It's not out yet, Carter.
No, it's not out. They usually don't come out until Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
But it probably will be like plus 250, plus 300 with Cordell Patterson out.
Yeah.
But Tyler Algier, and we need someone else to pair him with to do this again. And it's between Jamal Williams and Taysom Hill again.
You don't like Caleb Huntley? A little backup for the Falcons? I don't know. I think he might come in and vulture.
Nah, bro. Tyler Algier is gonna.
All right, you're on him. If James doesn't play, I said this on Twitter DM. If James doesn't play again, I think I'm going to take Taysom Hill again.
You have to.
We have to.
Do we add Jamal Williams because he is leading the league in rushing touchdowns?
Yeah, he's
Or do we
balling,
just-
bro. Is
Or
DeAndre
do we
Swift
leave it
out?
at 2?
Is DeAndre Swift still out?
I think he's doubtful.
I think either way, the way Jamal Williams has been playing, he's getting the ball on the goal line.
That's true. He's a bigger back. He's been like vulturing touchdowns from Swift for a while now too. So that's true.
Imagine
So-
drafting Swift in fantasy.
So do we put all 3 of them in it?
I kind of like Algier and Williams, bro. That's the one.
That's
I'm
what
probably
that was the original one I had. I was gonna stay away from Taysom Hill this week.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't know
taking
why.
Taysom Hill if James is out.
I'll
telling
do
you right now.
both.
It is the Seahawks, so Taysom could. I mean, bro, he was like standing up in that touchdown. Like he barely got tapped. It's like they can't stop him. It's like I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys are huge. I mean, you guys are college football fans, but you guys remember Tim Tebow when he come in for like the Wildcat and stuff, and it was
Who's
just
that?
so obvious what
He was that tight end for the Jaguars. That's
He was good, bro. He is that famous.
Bro, my favorite New
He
York
played
Net
defensive
dude.
back in college. You guys remember him? Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah,
did the
Carter,
same-
world's biggest
he did the
Mets
same.
fan.
Yeah, world's biggest Nets fan.
Tim
dude.
Tebow.
Hashtag
Bro.
Frank was right. But yeah,
Frank
let's make it the anytime touchdown, the Mormon money line parlay, whatever you want to call it. Algier, Jamal Williams. I like the odds are going to be kind of nice on that one. That might be like plus like 700-800
Yeah, it's
because
gonna be nice.
Jamal is going to be like minus 140, minus 150.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Tyler Algier plus 250 plus 300. It's going to be a nice little parlay. I might throw a smaller one with Taysom Hill added in with those dudes, or Taysom Hill just straight up just because, out of respect to our dog.
If Zach Wilson plays, I'm doing the same one again.
I love it, bro.
Right
I
back.
have to put like at least $5 on that.
What about all 4? What about all 4?
Stop. All right, now we can't.
All right. Moving on real quick. Let's get through some of these gross games. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Buffalo minus 14, over under 46.5. Anybody have a pick in this one?
14's a lot of points, but Buffalo could wipe the floor with them.
I would say the Bills probably score a defensive touchdown. I don't know what that's at right now, but I could definitely see a pick 6, especially with Pickett being the starter.
Yo, for sure. He threw 3 against the Jets, bro. What is he gonna do against the Bills?
Najee
Now, one of
Harris
those
putting a ball on the ground. You're kind of speaking some sense to me. I actually like
know.
that play. That's a little sprinkle right there, dude.
That's good, yeah.
That's a
I'm
good
big-
call, Dylan.
I'm big on the anytime touchdowns now. They've been treating me well.
It's
so.
in Buffalo too, bro. It's in Buffalo. Oof.
I
That's a
can't
rough-
believe I
that's a
can't believe
rough game.
they're throwing Kenny Pickett out there for his first start to the damn Wolves.
Yeah.
It's the
That's-
Bills, bro. Oof.
That's rough.
All right,
I do-
Grant.
He
Grant,
actually
hear me
played
out.
well.
Hear me out, Grant.
Hmm.
What if we just tease the Bills on a 10-point teaser? Just tease the Bills, the Packers, and then I don't know. Let's say who's someone that's kind of cute. The Seahawks plus 15.
The Vikings. The Vikings against the Bears.
Vikings scare me a little bit. Vikings are, but you
Why?
get Vikings plus. I don't know, dude. That line, because that line has not moved once this week. When that line opened at 7, I thought it was going to move to like 9.5. And the fact that it hasn't moved kind of scares me.
Or get the Bengals plus 13 against the Ravens. I kind of love that.
Oh, love that.
I don't hate that either. We'll talk about teasers in a little bit. But anybody have a straight play in this game or no?
No.
Other than Bills defense. I think I'm going to play that Bills defense anytime touchdown. And probably Diggs. Probably Diggs touchdown.
First touchdown or just anytime?
Anytime.
I don't hate that.
Yeah,
It'll be Diggs or Josh Allen. I'll do one of the two. It'll probably be Diggs though.
Diggs is money, bro.
Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville -7 over under 43.5. This Houston team, I mean, they're going to get the first pick in the draft. I don't really have anything in this one. Jacksonville, I really don't want to be laying 6 or 7 points with the Jaguars. This Texans defense can't score, so maybe you want to say under, but I think this is just a stay away all around.
I haven't taken anything yet. I might end up taking Jacksonville because according to my power ratings, they should be beating the Texans by 23 points. So 7 seems minuscule in the grand scheme
Like
of the Wilkerson power ratings.
I would also lean the Jags. I don't know if I'll actually do it or not, but they've looked pretty good this year. Better than I thought they would. Trevor Lawrence has looked better than I thought.
What's the first half plays, boys?
I just looked at that. I just looked at that.
It's probably minus 4.
It's 4. It's 4.
Ooh, I might play that. I might have to play that.
Because I was looking at that too.
Yeah, that's not a bad play, Grant.
I'm telling y'all, this first half plays are spicy. If we had to guess right now, the only actual note that I actually care about this game other than the first half is if we had to guess who the first pick of the draft would be, because it looks like the Texans are going to get him, who would y'all say at this point in the season is?
I mean, everyone's saying CJ Stroud just because teams are desperate for a quarterback, but
they're for sure going to get a quarterback, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Davis Mills.
You're not trusting Mills, young long neck Mills, bro.
Yeah,
no
Davis Mills is not the long term answer there. I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. So like, they're for sure taking for a quarterback, like for sure number 1 overall.
Will Anderson is going to be so nasty.
He is, but
you got to go quarterback. And I don't know how I like CJ Stroud, and I don't know if Bryce Young can stay healthy in the NFL for how small.
If Dylan was picking, he'd take CJ Stroud in a heartbeat, bro. We all know that.
Yeah, because they're in the AFC South. Of course I want an Ohio State quarterback playing in my division. Of course I do. Come on, Texans, take them on.
What a great spin zone right there. All right, let's move on. Detroit at New England. New England -3 at Gillette Stadium, and over-under is 45.5. I do have a play in this one. Dylan, you'll be proud of me. I have the under.
Wow. Okay.
I think I might go Pats in the under. These overs have got to calm down. Any Lions game should be like 58-point overs. The reason this is 45 is because the Lions defense is so bad that the Pats are just going to run it down their throat and drain the clock, control the game. They're going to have like 3/4 of possession over the Lions. We saw them do it against the Packers. It doesn't matter if Connor's the quarterback. They're going to have time of possession no matter what.
I can take a 3-step drop and dish it off to Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a dig. You could probably throw it one pass to like Devontae Parker.
Yeah. Devontae Parker, just run this quick slant. I'll just lob it up there.
Exactly.
I don't hate that.
My only concern is that the Patriots, they seem to score decently against the Packers with a backup quarterback, 2 backup quarterbacks.
Did they though? That score is a little inflated by the pick 6.
Okay, yeah,
that's also fair. Yeah,
because that brings it down to 17 points.
Okay, all right. You're right.
Besides that parlay we hit last week, my downfall has been the NFL this year. I've done pretty good in college football, and then I just blow it all in the NFL. So I'm really going to try to chill in the NFL this week.
I love that advice, bro. That's such good.
Because I get excited and I'm like, dang, I'm up. Oh, I don't know, four units on college football. Let me just throw some random plays in the NFL. And then I'm like,
Dylan's the opposite. We see a fellow Dylan's plays in the NFL. He's normally pretty money with it.
And last year I was exactly like you, Connor. I was exactly like you. And then this year it's been the complete flip. So like between our brains, if we could just mesh them together, it'd be like the biggest gambling brain ever.
Okay, so I've had the weirdest problem. It's not either of those. It's I've done awful on Saturday and Sunday, or I've done amazing on Saturday and Sunday.
It's a week by week basis for Carter.
Baby.
It's like up 1,000 units or down like 10.
We've bought ourselves some breathing room with that parlay though. We've bought ourselves some breathing room.
Oh, we're good for like the next like week for how on average how many plays we're taking.
Oh yeah, for the next like 2 days
until we have 50 plays this weekend.
Until the
Champions
WNBA
League
comes back,
on.
then we're
when the NBA comes back,
Champions
I'm
League.
screwed. I'm screwed.
All right, Grant, do you have anything in the Lions game? Just the Jamal Williams thing.
Yeah, I like the Jamal Williams parlay with that. I like that a lot.
Sweet. Bears at the Vikings. Vikings -7 over under 44. I mean, the obvious play is the Vikings, but this is another one that John Ewing guy is going to tweet out. Dylan's going to share it to our group chat, and it's going to say 91% of the bets and the money are on the Vikings this week. So sports books are asking people to take the Bears.
I will say I don't have a play in this, but if you're talking about doing a teaser, I think the Vikings are perfect for a teaser. There's no
that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know if they win by 7, but I think they beat the Bears at home, especially.
81% of the bets and 83% of the money are on the Vikings.
It's a 1 p.m. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff for Kirk Cousins. It's not prime time.
Ooh.
He might have 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, but you don't like how public that is, though.
In full disclosure, I am sitting on a -6 ticket. I wouldn't take it at 7. It is odd that it's odd that it stayed there and it hasn't moved. We saw it last week with the Bills Ravens that line stayed at 3 and it didn't budge. And look how much the Bills won by. So
yeah, that's why I mentioned before. That's why I'm a little scared by it. If I do anything, you're probably right, Connor. It's probably a tease or just take Justin Jefferson to score a freaking touchdown. The dude just balls, man. Dude he is wide open almost every play.
I will say this. So just real quick, I didn't end up taking this last week. I literally had it in there, and I was like, you know what? I'm scared. I'm not going to do it. I had Adam Thielen over 4.5 receptions. He had like 6 in the first half. So if that number's at like 3 or 4 somehow again, I think that's money. Because they like forgot he existed for the first couple weeks, and then I don't know what clicked. But if that's at like 3 or 4, I think I'm taking that.
Grant, you putting 8 units on the Bears money line?
Y'all know how much I love Justin Fields. My gosh. Actually, in looking at it, bro, they're both him and Cousins are almost averaging a pick a game. I might do a parlay on a pick with both these guys, bro, just to kind of have fun, like little play on it. That Justin Fields and Kirk Cousins will both throw a pick in this game.
Fields doesn't throw enough, in my opinion.
He doesn't. You're right, but he still has 4 picks. He has 2 touchdowns to 4 picks.
That's so bad.
Just
That's what I'm saying. He has 2 touchdowns to 4 picks, and then Kirk Cousins has 6 touchdowns to 4 picks. So they're both almost averaging a pick a game. So I don't know. I might just throw what the hell parlay together and just sprinkle a little money on both those guys to throw a pick just for the hell of it, because that'd be pretty fun to root for.
Generally speaking, that's an underrated play. I love the anytime interception. If it's like over half of interception, love it.
Yep.
Moving on. Tennessee at Washington. Tennessee -2.5 over under 42.5. Dylan, you're slated for this game. Just the floor is yours.
Slated for this game, I had like 4 or 5 picks that I liked actually, and I ran that Twitter poll. It doesn't look like the +220 is going to win. I do like I have a Titans at a pick'em from last week. I've doubled down on -2.5. I'm just going to go ahead and give the +220 here, and if it ends up winning, then woohoo! Everybody got to hear it first. The first scoring play of the Titans Commanders to be a Tennessee Titans touchdown, +220. The first drive the Titans have had every game this season, they've scored a touchdown. They score quick. They lose it in the second half. We've seen it all year. So that is the pick that I'm going to be taking, is the first score of the game to be a Titans touchdown, +220.
I love it.
That's spicy. I like that too.
I'll be honest. I'll go first here. I have nothing in this game. This is actually one I probably won't have anything in this game. I try and stay away from Commanders games as much as possible. The NFC East, I just don't like. I hate the Commanders. They're weird. They're weird because there's going to be one game where the Commanders just weirdly have like 25 points for no reason. I'm going to stay away from this one. If I had to pick something, nah, dude, I'm just not picking anything.
I'm also staying away. I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
Staying away.
The only thing I will take is whatever Dylan says.
Yeah, whatever's on the Action article. You don't have to give out the pick now, Dylan. Give it out on Action. Make sure to follow all of our socials. Make sure to follow Action Network. Follow Dylan at Wilkerson A. Dylan on Twitter. You'll find it. When do you tweet it out? Saturday night, Sunday morning?
It'll be out Sunday, usually at like 10 a.m. Eastern.
Okay,
Nice.
perfect. Yeah,
But if I
you're
give
sitting there.
one,
You're sitting there on the toilet and you're like, oh, Dylan tweeted, what's his pick? And you're like, oh, sweet. This is free money. Whatever it is, we're going to write it as a podcast. We're legally required to. Once again.
if I could give one more for this game, probably won't write about it. Tennessee Titans first half total over 10. They're averaging 18 points per game in the first half, and the Commanders are giving up 15 points per game in the first half.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
love
it's
that
not-
one
Is it
too.
10 or 9.5?
It's 10. 10 on the dot. It's
Okay.
I think it's minus 108.
It just went up to 10.5 on FanDuel.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay. I still like it, not as much, but
It's at plus 110 at 10.5 right now.
okay.
Maybe they'll
That's
come
good
back down to
then.
earth.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, moving on. Yeah, that's a gross game. Chargers at the Browns. Chargers minus 2.5, over under 47.5. I mean,
To Chargers Browns.
yeah, Chargers, Browns. The Chargers are minus
Oh.
2.5 on the road. Over under 47.5.
Every rushing prop for the Browns, every single rushing, they are going to run all over the Chargers.
Nick
It's
Chubb
gonna be
anytime
so
touchdown
embarrassing.
is just the wettest bet there is right now.
I like the over here.
I do too.
I like the
actually
over
do
here.
like this one.
47.5. I think
I'll
the
take
Browns.
it.
I think the Browns
add
can
it.
run all over them, but I
I
also
need
think
it
Justin
over.
Herbert can move the ball down the field pretty quickly against this Browns defense, which has been very porous at times this year. So
I'm trying to keep that Jets comeback like out of my mind because I know like statistically it's an anomaly that's not going to happen every game, but it just keeps popping back in there. And anytime I want to say the Browns are going to keep themselves in a game, I just think about that time that they gave up all those points, and it's just I'm with you. I love the over here.
I was leaning Chargers minus 2.5, but I think I'm going to chill on that and just go with the over.
Yeah, the Chargers are notorious for playing terrible on the East Coast at
Exactly.
a 1 p.m. kickoff.
Yep. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride the over there. I like that. And
Let's
obviously,
go.
I'm gonna take Nick Chubb anytime touchdown. Honestly, the craziest thing is like if Nick Chubb is like minus 120, which he usually is on anytime touchdown, if you take him or Kareem Hunt every week and just put like a lot on it, you're guaranteed to win one. At least one of them are getting in the end zone.
Yeah, I agree.
But moving on, let's go to Seattle at New Orleans. New Orleans minus 5.5, over under 46. It looks like Andy Dalton will be starting in this one. I like Andy Dalton as the starting quarterback for the Saints. When I saw Andy Dalton was starting in the London game, London screams Andy Dalton. So I took Saints plus 3.5, one on the hook. No big deal,
Will Lutz just about bailed them out twice with a 60-yarders. That was ridiculous. I don't know. Personally, like I said, I'm going to chill on some of these. I'm not going to take anything in this one, except if Jameis is officially out, I'm going to sprinkle some Taysom Hill touchdown.
I'll be on Taysom Hill touchdown as well.
This is a game I don't have anything, but I don't see it being played on Red Zone very often, so it makes me lean under. Like I just picture myself sitting on the couch. I don't see this game on TV.
Opposite. I see this game being the one that there's always that one annoying game that's on Red Zone all the time. It's like, oh my gosh, Scott, get off of this game.
God,
This is the
Like, no one cares. No one
sounds like the
cares.
Titans game sometimes.
Yeah, you're right.
like who was it last week? Like, because you didn't see the Bills Ravens on Red Zone once last week, and it was Lions Seahawks all day, all day. You're watching the
It
Lions,
was
Seahawks.
because that total was like what 90, 93 was the final total.
Almost doubled the final line. Oh.
Okay, moving on. The game of the week, marquee matchup, probably primetime game of the year. San Francisco at Carolina. San Francisco minus 6.5, over under 39. I'm not allowed to take anything in this one because if I would tease the 49ers. I know, and I know you're not supposed to tease Jimmy Garoppolo, but if you think Baker Mayfield is going to complete a pass against Nick Bosa and this D line, you're crazy.
Give me the Panthers.
Have fun.
Wow. It's our 6.5 pointer though, Carter.
That's the other thing that scares me is that it kind of scares me that the Niners are going to be super public. Everyone's going to be all over the Niners, and everyone's going to say Baker Mayfield sucks. The other thing that scares me, golly, I'm talking myself into Carolina, you idiot. The other thing that scares me about Carolina too is like betting against them. This is a kitchen sink game for the Panthers. Matt Rule's job. I think this is it for him. Baker Mayfield starting job might get benched in this game. Genuinely, we might see PJ Walker in this game. If things do go south, PJ Walker will be playing, but this is a kitchen sink game for the Panthers.
If they go down 3 scores, PJ Walker's coming in. Yeah, 100%.
So you like an anytime touchdown scorer, Carter, in this game?
Not in this one. I don't know, man. The Panthers defense is so good. You always want to lean Debo, but
if I had to choose one for the Niners, I'm saying George Kittle. But yeah, I'm not.
I was almost thinking that too. Like
I'm not going to take that.
His is going to be like plus 220.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad play because we do give up touchdowns to tight ends. Njoku scored week 1.
Exactly.
Zach Ertz scored last week, right?
Yeah.
Not a bad play. I don't know.
No, I don't hate
are giving George Kittle crap for being a pass blocker. That's all he is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't really have anything in this one. I'm trying to stay away. I'm sure Dylan loves the under.
Love the under. Anything that has to do with the Panthers offense being bad, take it. So Mayfield, interception, team total, under. Anything that has to do with that, go ahead and take it to the bank. Get yourself a nice dinner. You and Justine can go out with that money. You guys go to Olive Garden or something.
Let me see this. Panthers total points right now is 16.
Under all the way. There's no shot they score 3 touchdowns. No shot they score 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
So, part of my take made a good observation after week 3. Real quick. So the Panthers are like 1-27 whenever the other team scores 17 or more points under Matt Rule. What if you just parlayed the Niners and their team total, and then also parlay the team total over for the Niners, and then on the other side you parlayed Panthers money line and then Niners under team total? Automatic
big
winner.
Brain thinking right there.
It wasn't by me. It was by part of my take. Give credit where credit's due.
That's pretty good.
I think that's a genius idea.
That's pretty good.
Let's move on. We've talked way too much about the Carolina Panthers. Eagles at the Cardinals. Eagles -5, over under 49. I'll start off. I like the Eagles in this one, even though they're going to be probably a really popular pick.
I'm looking at Cardinals plus 5.5 right now. I honestly don't hate that.
I'm with Connor. I think this is the game the Eagles just like play like crap in. I don't know why I think that. But like looking at their schedule, they're gonna lose a game. Like there's no way this Eagles team goes undefeated. I feel like this is a weird game where the Cardinals keep it close, so I do like taking the Cardinals at the point.
I think they keep it close, and the Eagles maybe like squeak by on a game-winning field goal or something.
I can see the Cardinals winning. I might sprinkle some money on that, just the Cardinals money line, just for the hell of it.
I like the Cardinals 5.5. Yeah,
I think it's gonna be weird in this game.
That's true. It could be very weird.
My little small Neanderthal brain just thinks 2 bird mascots over because birds are fast. Over 48.5.
Sometimes that's all the logic you need. Don't overthink it.
2 bird mascot.
2 birds fly fast.
Once again, since we have the London game, the NFL is boning us for giving only three afternoon games, and one of them consisting of the Carolina Panthers. So screw you, NFL. Moving on. Yeah, I don't know. You guys kind of talked me out of the Eagles on that one. They kind of scared me. But the thing is, this Cardinals offense is so bad. They're so bad. The thing is, they
put up points against the Panthers defense.
They put up points against the Panthers defense because the Panthers offense was so bad. At some point, the defense just loses motivation. When the defense is playing so well and the offense is playing so bad, eventually the defense just can't keep it up. That's how every team works. That's how we saw last year with the Carolina Panthers. The defense was great in the beginning of the year too, and then the offense just could keep up because Sam Darnold was terrible too. Maybe hashtag bring Darnold back. All right. Last few games, Dallas at LA, Rams -5.5, over under 43.5. Give me the Rams every which way in this one. I love the Rams. That's my favorite play this week.
Give me the Rams as well. I think Cooper Rush. I mean, I've said it last week. I'll say it again. Cooper Rush has got to cool off eventually. Dak Prescott's breathing down his neck, going to return. I think maybe he tries to do too much. Rams coming off that embarrassing loss to the Niners.
Rams are not that bad. Rams are not that bad. They're
I like the
going to
Rams
come
as
back.
well.
Yeah, it's going to be a very pro-Dallas crowd, though. So not a real true home game for the Rams.
Dylan, you got anything in this?
I have a Cowboys +7 from earlier, but I hate it at 5.5. Like, I don't know. I get what you guys are saying. If I were to take something, I would lean the Rams now. Because you're right. They look so bad in primetime, and, everybody's watching those primetime games and think, oh, the Rams aren't that good. I don't know. Nothing on this one other than that 7 ticket. Maybe the over?
They're 43.5. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty low number. If the Cowboys can keep the ball moving, then maybe, but I don't know.
I think the Rams are just due to – they have not had that game where they've blown up. And I feel like they've had games last year where they just poured the points on. And I know the Cowboys defense is good. This feels like a game that the Rams could do that. I'm not going to take it, but I don't know. I kind of think about that over a little bit.
Okay. And then this is just an easy pick. I'm going to take Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown. Just take it every week, and you're going to be positive by the end of the year. Bengals at the Ravens, Sunday night game. Ravens -3, over under 48.5. I think I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals in this one.
I love it, Carter. I love it. The Bengals defense actually not that bad, and the Ravens defense surprisingly bad when you take a look at their numbers. Any defense that lets Mac Jones throw for over 300 yards, you got to take note of that. And, again, away divisional dog in the Bengals, getting a field goal. I really like that there. Ravens don't really pressure quarterbacks well. I think about like 18 or 19% of the time they actually get pressure in. So I know everybody's like, that Bengals offensive line, not good. Well, it doesn't matter if the other team's not getting pressure. And the Ravens on defense allow 1 more point per possession than the Bengals do, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of a game where you have X possessions, that means a lot.
This one's pretty simple for me. If I do pretty well on Saturday with college football and during the day Sunday, I'll probably throw something on this game. But then again, if I don't do well, then I'm gonna have to chase something on this game to make up for it. So I'll probably end up putting something on this. I don't know exactly what yet. If I had to lean one way, it'd be the Bengals. But we'll see how I feel on Sunday. That's like a day of, like, night of play. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you're feeling Mark Andrews anytime touchdown plus 125.
Screwed me last week.
They did screw you last week.
Nah, I would take that again. He's probably due for one.
Grant?
Yeah, boys, I'm with you. Unfortunately, I know we don't want to hear that. Everyone's on the same play, but I do like the Bengals +3 here. I'm going to try and find a way to tease them too. I want the little extra cushion on a game.
So it looks like the Bengals are -104 at +3. So this one might end up at 3.5 at some point. That's when I would hammer it.
Yeah. What other game, bro? Because I'm looking at, like, if I'm looking at not a 10-point teaser, if I'm looking at like a 6 or 7-point teaser, I just don't know
the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers are probably the play. Or
look, the Packers, the Packers
Vikings.
The
Vikings. That's probably it.
Giants coming off kind of a fake win. They didn't play well against the Bears. That game was terrible. And then the Packers. The thing about that Packers game was the Patriots are so well coached and so not talented.
Yeah.
And I just think LaFleur got out coached in that one, even though the Packers still won. I think the Packers bounce back, and that's why I'm almost leaning with the -8, but I'd rather like tease it and get it down with someone else. That's why I'll probably do
that with you, Carter. Then probably Bengals out of Bengals and Packers teaser plus Bengals +3 as well play. And like you said, if it gets to +3.5, I'll probably put an extra unit on that.
Yeah, if it gets to 3.5, I'd make it a 6.5 teaser. Take it down to Packers -1.5, and then Bengals +10.
Yeah,
I like that double digits right there.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, Grant, if I could throw something else out there, the Wilkerson Analytics would say teasing the Jags down to a pick 'em would not be that bad against Houston.
True, I've looked at that too. That's not a bad play. That's not a bad play.
Do you want to touch an AFC South divisional game?
It's probably gonna tie.
If it's against Texas, yeah, I do.
You're right.
Yeah, it's probably going to tie. Actually, that's not a bad play either, though, because this could a nice bounce back spot for the Jags. Blowing that game against the Eagles. Blowing that game. My Jags money line. It's a little sprinkled there.
Me too. Me too.
Last one, Vegas at the Chiefs. Chiefs -7, over under 51. By kickoff, I think I'll have every single player's name in this game as an anytime touchdown play. I'm going to take Devontae Adams as my favorite in this one because he might even be like +110 in this one. No way he should be plus 110 for anytime touchdown against the Chiefs. So that's going to be my favorite play. 7's a lot of points.
I kind of like the Raiders here, but I also kind of like the Raiders plus 4.5 in the first half. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
Chiefs have been pretty terrible in the past at covering like these 7-point spreads. It's like been their kryptonite.
Plus, they
That's
just had a
pretty
huge
cool
win
one.
over the Bucks. Sorry to interrupt you, Grant.
No, you're good. You're good. It's true. Yeah. Like, oh man, it's just hard to take a side. But I think if you had to lean something, I would almost lean Raiders plus 7. Ooh.
It's funny you say it's hard to take a side because for me, mentally, in this brain right here, it's the easiest side for me to take all week. Because even if the Raiders don't cover, I can live with myself losing that bet. When you look at the Chiefs coming off of the game they just had against the Bucks, everybody and their mother's going to be on the Chiefs. The Raiders, won one game? I mean, I can live with myself if this one loses. An away divisional dog.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Raiders that bad? I don't know, but like you said, Grant, the Chiefs don't cover these big numbers. They are America's
made their money.
They are the sports books team, the Chiefs. It's just as simple as that. So I can live taking the Raiders and losing this one. I'm also on the over.
I like that. Oh, the over. Okay, it's a high number for an NFL over. Okay,
I love it.
Yeah, this feels like one of those like historic, those like Monday night games. You're just like, wow, this is just awesome.
Wow,
everybody ends up watching it. It's just like, 35-31 final. Raiders cover, but Chiefs still win. Kind of a weird one right there. But I think I'd lean Raiders in that one. All right, let's do an NFL parlay and let's get out of here.
Let's do it. May I?
Yep.
I love the Chargers Browns over 47.5.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That is going to be my input to the parlay this week. And I'm actually going to place it this week and not forget.
All right. Grant, what do you got?
Pass on me right for now. I don't have an official play yet.
No Thursday night?
No Thursday night.
Give me Bengals plus 3.
Oh, okay.
Bengals plus 3. I'm gonna go. I'm debating between Patriots Lions under 45.5 or Rams minus 5.5. Which one do we like?
I like the Rams more.
I'm gonna abstain. I don't know.
Okay, that makes me feel weird. Then.
Grant, what are you thinking?
Give me the options again.
Patriots Lions under 45.5 or Rams minus 5.5.
Give me the under just because I hate it, so it makes me feel like it's gonna hit.
All right. Grant, Dylan, you got to be the decider.
Yeah, we'll go under.
All right.
Lions. Hey, we're kind of hitting everything here. We got an over, we got an under, we got a dog. Grant, take us on with a favorite.
You guys want a favorite? Oh, I was about to give you a dog.
You can give us a dog. I don't care. What are you gonna say?
I'm feeling that Cardinals play, bro. The plus 5.5. I know you guys are like, I know you're about it, bro. But that's like the one I do like that one, man. Oh,
I was almost hoping you were gonna say the Jags minus 7.
No,
that's fine. That's fine. No, that's what
I don't hate that either.
That's what you said. Cards plus 5.5.
Give it to me. I don't know why I'm feeling like it this week.
I wrote that down when I was looking at the lines. That was the second one I wrote down. So I don't.
Yeah.
All right. The NFL parlay this week is Browns Chargers over 47.5. Bengals plus 3. Lions Pats under 45.5. Cards versus the Eagles plus 5.5. Hey, it should pay out 12-1 right here, just so I don't forget it.
There's your ticket.
Yep, there's my little ticket. I have the college football parlay here too, just so I don't forget it.
Beautiful.
But awesome. That'll do it from us. Make sure to check out all our social media, cartercast.com. Dylan's pick on Action Network. Check that out. Follow all of us on Twitter. All of that will be in the episode description. And thank you once again for blowing up that Mark Madsen clip, everybody. Once again, I know we already did our round of applause on the NBA episode that'll be out next week. But I want to say thank you again. I mean, hey, 150K on each clip.
Both TikToks, 150K right now. Not
there
bad.
we go.
Very dope.
All right.
Very dope.
There we go.
That's awesome.
And I'm sure it'll get reposted by another NBA account very soon. But thank you guys again. Make sure to subscribe, do what you got to do to help the podcast, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.